Yeah, yesterday at this time, Sam was asking us how you break up with a dog client for dog walking. And today, Sam is going to tell us the segment she thought of for her powwow with Eric.
This must be a theme for her because I know on social media for KRBE, she was licking... her dog was licking her water glass, and then she was drinking after.
Drinking.
Oh,
and then you drank after it.
Sam, you ruined a lot of
Everybody
people on
wanted that ending. If I didn't
so
give you that
disgusting.
ending, you would have been so disappointed.
No, it's so fun.
Everybody would have been so disappointed.
It's one thing if you drink out of your glass and then Misty drank out of the glass, but then you drink after Misty, and it's like, God, you're just drinking all her backwash and her fur.
Everybody needed to see it in their life, and I'm glad you were able to witness that. That
who got more hate? You got, I don't know if it was you or me yesterday on my Instagram for my shirt. People who were hating on me.
Sailor shirt?
Yep. I'm getting nailed forever. And then Sam's getting nailed. Like, man.
People are trolling hard. Like, we don't have feelings.
So between the two of you, you threw Eric some ideas for something to talk about on the Roula and Ryan show. And what's the idea?
Okay, I woke up at 1 o'clock this morning to take Misty out. And then I was like, let me think of all these ideas. And so I started texting them to Eric, and then I was going to send it. And I was like, that's rude. It was like 2 a.m. He's probably still sleeping. So I decided to email him. My idea was, how would you describe the Roula and Ryan show if they were dogs?
Oh, my God.
Dogs.
Like, what breed of dog are
Like,
each of
what
us?
breed of dog would you describe the Roula and Ryan show?
Is this something you clicked on Facebook? Like, discover the kind of dog you are. You put together your...
They always have those things, yeah. I didn't see one that really triggered me, but I just thought about that, and I was like, this would be funny. Because there was that one, or like, name a Starbucks drink that you would be.
Do the dog one then. Sam, you go around the room and pick on all of us.
Oh, I haven't picked on everybody.
Oh, my God, Sam. Before you do this, though, I'm reading, like, how you never let that dog drink out of your glass again. I mean,
Are you reading
You can
stats?
have septic shock, infections, your lymph nodes could be infected, all sorts of horrible things.
Just stop.
All I'm saying is my immune system has been on point for 29 years. I'm still kicking it, still killing it.
You get fleas once in a while, but
I get fleas.
Wait till you're 49,
If you drink
your
alcohol,
doctor says.
I heard
Does your
it
husband
kills
want to
everything.
kiss you after you drank after the dog?
Oh, yes. We just make out afterwards.
he loves it.
I've been there, and that doesn't happen.
Are you in a throuple with your husband and Misty?
Yes. How did you know? I didn't want to tell you guys, but it happened. Okay. Anyways, back to what dog you would be. My example was Kevin. I thought he could be like a little chihuahua because he's sassy. He's like quick. He's cute, but then he's very feisty.
Yeah.
And I'm miniature.
I do want to say, I don't think you're miniature. It's not like you're like a purse dog or anything, but I would.
That's what a Chihuahua is.
Chihuahuas are little yappy
Paris
dogs.
Hilton, remember? She always had it in her
I
purse.
know, but I just feel like that could
Those
have
are toy
been.
chihuahuas.
That could be Kev. And then I was thinking, who could be a corgi? Because corgis are funny, and I feel like Eric should be the corgi. Like little legs, big butt.
Those are Queen Elizabeth's dogs.
Just
It's her
like
birthday
running
today.
around.
Those corgis.
Those
Short
corgis.
and kind of plumper, you know?
Yeah.
They're really cute dogs with their short legs and they're
I'm not calling
chubby.
you plump.
So far, this
I'm
bit
just saying.
sucks. Right, Kev? We're getting made fun of.
Yeah.
If you're just
Tuning into the Roula and Ryan show,
Kevin's a
Sam
little
is
dog,
describing
Eric's
us by breed of
fat
dog. So a feisty dog and a fatty dog. Okay,
And then
next.
I feel like Roula would own the house. So Roula would be a Rottweiler.
Oh,
She would be aggressive. Yes, that would be Roula's
I
growl.
was thinking that what's that one Pomeranian?
No, those
Oh,
are
yeah.
like...
That's
Big
Barky,
ear.
that little yappy
Talks
dog.
fast.
That's
It's really
yippy.
fast.
Oh, yeah. Okay. So either
You think I'd be a
Rottweiler-
Pomeranian, Eric?
I don't see
'Cause they
Roula
won't
as a
shut up?
Pomeranian.
Yeah, they
I have a lot to say, Kevin, and you should be happy for that.
We're not attacking here. We're just helping with dog breeds.
Also, Chihuahuas are the same, so I don't know what you're saying, Kevin.
Oh,
They're
Mine's
the
my-
same.
Yeah.
I feel like Pomeranian's a little classier.
Thank you.
Chatty in here.
Oh, you
I'll
hear
go
that,
with
Chihuahua
Rottweilers.
owners? You are not classy according to Sam's basic.
I'm just saying.
Okay, what breed of dog would Ryan be,
Oh, man.
Sam?
Okay, Ryan, I haven't decided
He'd
yet.
be the one with 3 licks.
Oh,
Champion.
Ryan's a rescue that's gone from a couple homes. You know, just
Someone said a
Getting
pit
sent
bull.
back to the
He's been
pound.
fostered and rehomed. Fostered and rehomed.
I'm on reprieve right now.
So that means that me and Kevin and Eric are purebreds. Like, people paid a lot of money to get us as puppies, but Ryan was, sheltered and rehomed and fostered.
Yeah, I think Ryan could possibly be a mutt. I'm sorry,
I
Ryan.
think Ryan would be a pit bull. because the pit bulls are misunderstood. People think they're really,
Oh, I could see
attack
that.
dogs, but really they're not. They make great pets.
Right. Okay, so
But they do have a good bark, a good bite. Ryan has a good bite when he attacks sometimes people.
that has been from home to home, and now you're finding your first home.
Sam, pick yourself.
Mean dog.
Do your own, Sam. What breed of dog would you think you would be?
Obviously, I would want to be Misty, which is an Australian Shepherd Blue Merle, the cutest dog in the whole entire world. But I don't think that's really me as a personality.
People are texting us, Sam.
What did they say I was?
They're saying right now, Eric should be a St. Bernard because of the booze.
Oh, yeah. The barrel of booze.
Has a little barrel under your chin.
And Kevin should be a poodle. Kevin should be a poodle.
So dainty.
Yeah, Kevin up.
Wait, he did have that perm that one time, remember?
Oh my God,
He did. In his insane days.
It looked like poodle hair. Good God.
I thought I'd be more of a lab than I'd be a
Someone
Rottweiler.
said a golden doodle for you, Roula.
Yeah.
But aren't those smaller? Those are like smaller
golden
dogs.
doodles,
they're like
they
40
can definitely
pounds?
Yeah, they
Oh,
can
those
be
get big. Oh, a golden retriever and a poodle, right? That's a golden
Yes.
doodle.
Is it hypoallergenic?
Okay.
I feel like she'd
Yep.
be a hypoallergenic.
I need to be. I need to be for sure.
A little Nala Bear, my brother-in-law's dog, which is
Or
a sweet interior.
The hairless, dog, a Chinese crested.
one?
That's a Chinese
There's
crested.
a hairless dog.
I've seen the hairless cat like Dr.
Right.
Evil had.
It's a
You're
hairless
telling me
dog called a
this dog
Chinese
doesn't-
crested.
Oh,
It almost
my
always
gosh.
wins the ugliest dog of the year.
Yes,
You see it
I've
with
seen it. I've seen it.
tongue hanging out and just a couple teeth.
Pompadour on the top.
Yes.
Pompadour, whatever you call that. So this dog doesn't grow hair? These people just shave these dogs all the time.
No, they does not. There's two kinds of this dog, and they
They're
come
not
out
shaving it.
as puffy ones,
I
or they
don't
come
know.
out as hairless. Yeah, that's how.
So basically,
Wow.
the dog's got alopecia, or
What's a dog that always is like can't just stay still? Because that could be Sam because she can't just. She's always doing like playing
Like
soccer,
super hyper.
like
Beagles.
a lab. Like labs have to run around.
I don't wanna be
and
a
have a lot of
beagle.
room.
What was that dog? You remember the show Frasier?
Yeah, what was
Okay,
that?
oh, yeah.
Eddie the
Yeah.
dog.
A Boston Terrier or something like that.
Boston Terrier.
Or Jack Russell, maybe.
That's what it
Russell,
is.
that's what it was.
Jack
It was
Russell.
Jack Russell.
Those are
I keep
very
drinking.
cute
I'm going to turn
and
into a
fluffy,
bulldog.
though.
No, I don't see Sam as one that yips around, Eric. I
No,
see her
I
more
just-
like,
like a
just
lab,
give me
like
my
a
dog
lab.
bowl and let me just lay here
just
and
keep
look out this
cracking
bowl
up.
I've been picking myself up.
I've got this old Warner Brothers
You know, like
cartoon
just,
image
like,
in my
chill.
head of Eric with the barrel of booze underneath his chin.
I get
Which
so
way
sick.
did he go? Which way did he go?
Yes!
And listen, I'm a product of television. If you guys watch Disney's original 101 Dalmatians, that's what they did. It was all about the owners and their dogs walking and how they look like each other, like the Afghan hound and the woman who had the long hair and the glasses and the nose.
I love that.
Or all of those. I think there was a corgi, or what's the one that has like a short butt and a curly tail? It's not a
Short.
Oh, that's a pug.
but is it a
The
pug in
smush
that
face?
cartoon where the chunkier lady has
French
like a pug,
bulldog.
but he's like
Yeah,
a chunky
people-
pug. And so anyway, that's where I learned that. But people eventually start looking like their dogs. Ryan has posted a picture of Mango and himself, and said, "Wow, I guess we're starting to look like each
We're
other."
starting to look like each other.
See, I
Yeah.
don't look like Misty. I wish I did.
Not yet.
Well, that's because Misty's
I'm going to get
eyes
blue
look like
contacts and be like, hey.
Yeah, you get the crazy
Check
eyes.
she looks,
me
she looks
out.
possessed. Okay, so you massively screwed up at work. Now we've got to guess, did you keep that job or did you lose it?
Yeah, there's a story today about how people pretty much almost dismantled their entire companies because of one tiny mistake.
Yeah.
And like one texter said, I mistakenly did not transfer $5 million into the global payroll, and they overdrafted their account.
Oh,
The fact that you had to transfer $5 million.
What's the overdraft on that?
My
I
gosh.
remember back in the day that would happen.
Oh, my God, in
$35.
college, I used to
Yeah.
write checks in college. I bounced a check for $1, and like 10 years later, it was $350.
Oops.
So here's the question we have for you. You're going to tell us about something you screwed up big time at work on, and then we're going to guess if you got fired or not.
Yeah, so
over
don't tell us that
mistake.
part.
Yeah.
Like-
713-390-KRBE, and I'm laughing because the first caller, I don't even know if we can take her.
Uh-oh.
She pulled one of those like, I quit this,
Oh, we might even know what it is. We know what it is
but
then.
she didn't quit.
Oh, we know what.
At least I think. I
Let's
just
just
there's
hear
an
it then.
F-bomb involved. I just need to know, Bree. Don't say the actual word if there was an F-bomb involved, but you need to tell us what happened. Good morning.
Good morning.
Hey.
So one day, it was a busy day at work. This was when COVID started happening. I work for, I'm not going to say the company's name, just so that way, you know.
Sure.
I work for a grocery store. So when COVID started, these customers were not happy about what was going on. And I was getting yelled at over the phone, getting called names over the phone. So I hung up on the customer, and I'm in the back room. And I yell out, F these customers, because it was just something that happened right when I hung up the phone. And I walked right out of the back doors right when I said it. Unfortunately, a customer was on the other side of the door, heard me, and got my description of what I look like.
Oh, no.
And at the time, I had, bright green hair, so it wasn't hard to,
Identify
The bright green hair who hates us.
Well, there's like 4 of them, right? No.
So I did get reported to the district manager, and a lot of things happened. Now, at the time, I didn't recall that situation. So when they brought me to the office and told me about it, I was like, I don't remember it, but it does sound like something I'd say.
Okay, wait. So then don't tell us the end result, Bree, because we're going to guess if when you got called into the office,
let's see.
Did they just reprimand you? Or did they actually tell you, we can't tolerate that kind of behavior?
I think
it's time
that
for you to get your
she's-
walking papers.
Did not lose her job.
Yeah, it should be a slap on the wrist.
She did not. And by the way, what kind of an uptight customer are you? I heard a girl say F the customers back in the warehouse.
I'd be pretty upset if I was in,
The customer.
I kind of agree
Dang,
with her.
all
The
right,
way
bye,
people-
y'all.
But when COVID first hit, people were hoarding and they were behaving like jerks. And
Taking all the toilet paper.
And I'm going to
hoarding it,
guess you
right.
didn't get fired, Bree, because I feel like a lot of places held on to the employees they had until they had to
I say you quit.
drop them off one by one. So what do you say, Sam? Eric says quit. I say stayed on. Ryan says
yes,
stayed on. What do you
stayed
and
on.
Kevin say? You think stayed on? Kevin, do you think she got fired,
I think she
quit,
stayed
or
on.
stayed on?
Stayed on.
Okay, Bree, what's the answer?
I did stay on. It was my first write-up in my whole 5 years of working with the company.
God.
there you go. Are you still with them
Blame
today?
these customers.
I am. Yes,
There
I
you go.
am.
That's why she didn't say what grocery store.
Right, Bree. Well, thank you for
Have you
the
find,
story.
are the customers nice now? Have they calmed down the last 2 years?
I no longer work for that department. I work overnight now, so I don't have to deal with customers.
Oh, good for you.
I always said that would be my job if I ever
You get to
left
stock
this
overnight.
overnight. Just put
Yes.
headphones on, listen to podcasts.
Stock the shit.
And let me ask you something. Do you screw around? Like, I did overnights when I worked at Walgreens as a teenager, and we'd get everything done by like 2:30 in the morning. And then from 2:30 to 5 in the morning, we just watch TV.
Well, that means you're not getting anything done, right?
No, we got everything done on our list.
There's always something to do.
Oh, so you're a good employee.
Yeah, that's why she's still there, Ryan.
Good answer, Bree. Good answer.
Good answer, Bree.
Plus, she said she had green hair and her name.
Yeah.
Yeah, got
Abort,
it.
abort.
She could
Okay.
be singled out. Of
Thank
course.
you so much
We
for
work
listening.
diligently through the night.
If you are just tuning in to the Roula and Ryan show, we asked the question, tell us about a scenario at work where you totally screwed up. And then we're going to guess if you got fired or not. Let's see. Gosh, hold on. There's a lot of calls. Oh, yeah. Let's go to Michelle. This involves deleting something important on the computer.
Uh-oh.
Okay, Michelle, good morning.
Did you work with us once?
Hi.
Yeah, did you
I
work
know.
for KRBE? Were you an
Tell
engineer
us.
who deleted our entire library?
I still curse that guy every day. I can't find my files. Okay. Tell us the situation without giving us an indication of what the answer is, and we'll guess if you got fired or quit or stayed on.
Okay, so my boss got a new computer, and I was trying to create a backup of operating system. You know how when you get a new computer, you're supposed to put it in. Okay, and so I was trying to put that on a flash drive, but he had a backup external hard drive of his family pictures on there, and I didn't know, but I put the backup operating system on the hard drive of his family pictures, and when you do that, it erases everything.
Oh, you overrode everything.
Oh, no.
That sucks.
20 years of his family pictures. And when we figured out that, oh my gosh, I'm a mom, I have 4 kids, I was devastated.
Oh,
It
my
is
gosh.
devastating.
Okay.
He had no backup.
Oh,
That was it.
It wasn't on the
20
cloud.
years of family photos you deleted by mistake.
Oh my gosh, yes. I was devastated. So actually my husband works in IT, and so I took this to him, and he was like, what the heck, Michelle?
So is it irretrievable?
And, so
we got to guess.
Wait, no, wait. We're going to
Should we
guess. We're gonna
stop?
guess.
Yeah.
I stop her. I say he was able to retrieve it. She kept her job.
I said
I'm
lost
gonna
it and kept
say
it.
she probably kept the job, but they
Because
did
that was
not
personal
retrieve the
stuff. It wasn't
pictures.
like,
It wasn't intentional.
and it wasn't corporate stuff. For
It
some reason,
just
if it was
sucks.
like corporate,
Yeah, if it was like what happened with our situation here, that person should have booted way before he got booted.
But I can understand how hurt he would be. You remember last year, I lost 20 years of photos, lost everything in my computer. So he's got to be quite upset.
what would you say, Kev?
I say that they did find a way, and she probably maybe, but although I think she was still too upset and embarrassed, and she left on her own accord.
So you think she left? The three of us think she kept the
So
job.
not only did she
Sam, what
screw
do
the
you
guy
think?
over, then she's going to quit.
I'm going to say she's kept the job and they recovered the photo. No, they did not. Did not
Did not
recover.
recover.
Yeah, I don't think they
Okay,
recovered
so
it.
Michelle, what is the answer? Did you recover the photos and did you keep your job?
Okay, so I have a really awesome boss, and I did keep my job. And my husband was not able to recover them because I screwed it up really bad. But
Oh man.
we were about to send it off to another
Forensic.
company, like a professional company, and it was going to cost a fortune. But the day I was about to send it off, I was looking around on our network, and I found the pictures.
They were sharing
no
like the
way!
cloud.
Like there was a miracle.
Oh, you're lucky.
Whoa,
Ooh,
that's
you
a
got
happy
lucky.
ending for you.
Oh,
It was like the most. It was like God was smiling on me, and it was like the most wonderful miracle of my entire life. I said the best prayer. Thank you. I swear.
what did you do when you found out? When you told him, did he just give you a big hug, or did he?
Oh, he was so thrilled, and he offered to pay for the software we bought to recover it, and I was like, oh my gosh, can we please just put this behind us? And I promise to never do anything beyond my expertise ever again.
Wow.
He needs to
and
put that
wow,
definitely in the
Michelle.
cloud and other
See,
places.
this is a lesson
Yeah.
you should learn. Always back up everything in the cloud, like especially your photos. I mean, those cherished memories that can't be replaced.
Another thing is like Facebook. When you put photos up there, they stay. And those are kind of fun. My wife does that for memories. She'll
Yeah.
just the kids' Halloween costumes. She'll put that photo there. That way, it's there 5 years from now.
Thank God, that's the
Memories.
only way I
Little
was
things
able
like
to
that.
have access to some of these photos I lost. The lines are open at 713-390-KRBE. That's 713-390-5723. What is your job and how has it ruined you on something?
Maybe it's the job you did for a long time and now you just can't do whatever that was. A lot of times the examples come from food, but there are certain products now that you know the behind the curtain secrets of how that thing works or whatever it is. You're kind of, the shiny newness is off. Like for us, we're like, oh wow, that's so awesome. You're like, no, that's not awesome anymore. We're gonna go to Odie on the line at 713-390-KRBE. Hi, Odie. Good morning.
Hi there. Good morning, guys.
Hi.
Morning.
Good
So,
morning.
what did your job ruin you on?
I used to work at Astroworld for a summer back in '89. And oh my gosh, every time I go to a theme park, it's horrible. Like I roll my eyes at all the happiness because I know that it's just like it's a job.
You roll your eyes at the happiness because you know it's a bunch of crap.
No, it's so fake because I'm like, okay, I know how it really is behind the scenes, and I'm just like, yeah, whatever.
So you have to put on a happy face for the customers, for the patrons of the park. But what is it that's so miserable behind the scenes that you're not, that we don't know about?
Well, because it's a job. I mean, I get it. Everybody's out there having fun, but behind the scenes, it's not a theme park every day. It's a job.
Yeah.
So you're out there and, you're interacting with all the guests. It's wonderful. It's great, but I don't know.
What was the worst part about the job, though, that you're like, oh, God, I hate this?
Being nice.
No, I just think it was not the same excitement. When you go to a theme park and you show up and you're buying your tickets and you're all excited. Well, if you do that every single day for a summer, it's not as fun anymore because...
Well, of course not. I mean, it's more fun to be buying a ticket and waiting in line
Yeah,
for
but
the
she's
roller
hearing
coaster than
you hear the
having to
same-
be the guy that takes the
I bet,
ticket.
I bet you hear like the same jokes or you hear the same music, the same.
Yes, it's the same repetitive
comments.
music. It's just everything every single day. You see it every
And you know
single
what's-
day. And at some point, you're just like, oh, okay.
I'm over it, yeah.
For those just tuning in, Odie's talking about having worked at Astroworld in 1989. So many years ago, and she is still ruined on theme parks.
That's crazy.
Because, the happy joy of the theme park employee, she knows behind the scenes you're sweating, you're miserable. It's, some kid probably just kicked you in the foot because they didn't
I bet the
hear
worst
cotton
part
candy
is
color.
like when somebody gets sick on a roller coaster or a really action-packed ride. That's
You
just
don't hear
got to
about
be
those stories.
miserable.
They hide those away real well.
I worked in the store. Like, I worked in the stores, and so we're always picking up little toys that everybody buys as souvenirs.
Did you
So
sell
even
that?
now, like,
What was it called, Roula? The
I'm horrible.
invisible leash? The invisible dog with a leash? It was like,
Yes. Oh, my
That was
God.
a-
We sold all that stuff. So I'm horrible because, like, I hate buying all that stuff. Because, again, I buy that stuff and I'm just like,
Have you ever been to Disney,
Stand up,
Odie? Like, have you shielded your children or stopped your kids from having the joy of Disney because of this?
Oh, my God. Yes. So
Oh, that's so sad.
oh.
I took two of them. My two oldest have gone, like when my oldest was 7 and my youngest was like 5 or maybe 5 and 3. And my youngest two, who are now 18 and 20, have never been.
Wow.
Look at you.
All because
Well,
of
they'll do it
that.
on their own. That one
Yeah,
season at Astroworld ruined you.
Dang.
Wow, that definitely answers the question. What did your job ruin you on? Odie is ruined on theme parks for life. Mary is. Thanks for calling, Odie. Mary's up next. What did your job ruin you on, Mary? Good morning.
Good morning.
Hi.
I work for Mars Wrigley,
Ooh, yummy.
and
Mars bars.
I don't eat any candy.
Is it
Really?
because you got
What's in it?
unlimited access to so much candy, or what?
Right, because as human beings, we want what isn't readily available to us. And I had M&Ms readily available to me at any point in any day. So now I just don't want candy.
So you got tired of eating it.
Yeah, what city was that in, Mary?
Jackson Hole, Wyoming.
Oh,
Really?
oh, wow, yeah. Okay, so how many years did you work for Mars Wrigley there?
7 years.
You know, the Mars family, by the way, is still the private Mars family that controls Mars. They weren't sold
Yeah,
to
that
a large
is,
conglomerate.
That is why I lived in Jackson Hole, is because that is where the oldest living heir, John Mars, and his wife Adrian
there.
live. That's where they reside.
The Martians.
So I covered that territory where they live.
Not March.
What was it? The
was like-
vending machines with like
Yeah.
carrots and like healthy stuff in the vending machines. It's the opposite since there's candy out in the other part.
There's just candy everywhere.
And so you could have as much candy as you wanted. There wasn't like an allotment like, well, you can't have a Mars bar today. They just all over the hallways and the wherever, they're like unlimited candy all the time.
Well, no, I worked out in the field, but
okay.
I carried candy in my car.
Oh, to
so
sell
I had
it to-
like a storage unit full
How much
of
weight did you
candy.
gain?
I mean,
gained so much
Hope
weight.
you weren't driving like a white van with black windows. Hey, kid, you want some candy?
Did you gain weight, Mary? I would have gained weight doing that job if I was just driving
I
around
did
eating
in the
candy.
beginning. I did in the beginning, but then I just didn't crave it anymore. It was just kind of like,
What was your dental plan like? Was your dental plan really expensive?
Everybody at Mars had dentures.
Now, wait, you said you worked there for 7 years, but how many years ago did you leave that job and you're still ruined on candy?
Well, I just left in October and moved
wow.
here to Houston.
What
but
brought you
I
here?
probably-
FYI, I'm just curious. What brought you to Houston?
My son and daughter-in-law live here with my 3-year-old granddaughter.
Nice.
Oh, there you go. So would it have been a fireable offense if you walked into the office carrying like a Reese's peanut butter cup?
Oh, yeah. I couldn't even drink Nestle water.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh,
I didn't
so
think
they had
that.
rules.
Yeah, it's true. Yeah.
Do they have their own
Nestle makes
water?
and that's not.
What do they have for water? Mars water?
They did have some beverages, but they sold off that line. But I was just very dedicated to the brand.
Yeah, I'd say.
What was their what's their big seller? What's the big seller?
Mars bars?
Snickers.
Snickers?
Yeah. They
Snickers
also
are
own
good.
a company called FOM Chocolate. You can Google them. Fabulous. Best chocolate in the world.
FOM?
Say it again what it is?
FOM.
FOM.
It's actually named after FOM Mars. She is the mother who really started Mars off. She created Milky Way and sold them on the street corner in Tacoma, Washington for a nickel.
Wow. So Milky
she's
Way
really the
and
woman
Snickers.
that started the candy business.
Now,
in
wait
the
a second.
family.
Ethel created the Milky Way because in The Men Who Built America on the History Channel, they say a dude did that. A dude made the Milky Way.
FOM Mars.
See?
Look at that.
Men taking
Ethel
credit for
and
women's
chocolate.
work.
Now, did
yeah,
y'all
that's
make
what I'm talking about.
y'all make Three Musketeers?
Yes.
You do. Because to me, Three Musketeers was just kind of like a wimpier version of like a...
Well, it's Milky Way without
a
the
Milky
caramel.
Way.
I know, but
that's the
like,
best part.
For me, the Three
I like
Musketeers
caramel
was like if you really wanted a little bit of
It's all
chocolate, you
nougat.
want to be bad, but you're trying not to be bad. You know, if you're dieting or whatever, like a little snack size of them. Didn't have caramel, wasn't as bad.
It was created for women because women were more concerned about, calories, and so it's a lighter version,
How funny.
has less calories. So
See, I just proved that to
really
you.
created for women.
Did y'all make
I didn't know
Twix?
that.
Were y'all y'all made Twix, right?
So where's the factory for the left Twix at? Is it close to the right factory? I've seen the commercials. I know it.
Those cookies. Did you ever eat those cookies before they dipped them, Mary? For those just tuning in, Mary worked at the Mars company for
We love
7
candy bars, you can
years in
tell.
Jackson
We love
Hole, and she's ruined on candy now.